Hello, everybody. EDUC 112, love calling you guys that. Hey, today I'm going to break down our class, talk about some great leadership and great times, and really focus in on your assignment. So bear with me for about 5 or 10 minutes, and let's get going. So this is the week you can catch up, right? So get caught up. I know a lot of you guys are super busy and poured a bunch of work on you, a lot going on. So no written assignments this week. You'll get full credit and you're welcome. I think you guys deserve it. I know you've had some classes that have been really a lot of work, and I hope I didn't overwhelm you guys. I just wanted you guys to learn about how CT legislation and finance works. I think we're doing a good job so far. So let's review what we've done so far. First, we started out 5-6 weeks ago working on your why, so you can use this CTE degree that you have to move forward in your life and your career, and then check off one of your big boxes, which is to get a college degree, right? So I'm very proud of you guys on that. A lot of you guys spent some good time thinking about who you are, why you're there, and you saw some great speakers remind you of that. We also bounced through the history of CTE. Remember, this goes back almost 200 years, you guys. So we're not going to cover every single year and decade. We want you to, I think what I want you to take away with the history of CTE, just like in this COVID era, we're going to be using CTE to get people back on their feet, get companies back on their feet. As we get into more technology and new jobs, CTE will be the one. It'll be the one that helps people retool themselves and look for new jobs. Remember, we also went through the dozens of opportunities for you throughout the world. You have so many opportunities with this degree within your own organization, your own job, your career, or what you're thinking. So cherish that part. There's so many cool things you can do. Besides just teaching, you can do a lot of different training, consulting, work with student leaderships and all that. That to me is really exciting. And then it's not going anywhere. The continued expansion and future of CTE is going to stay in this country. In fact, you can see it even growing even more. As I told you, in this state alone, we're putting $500 million into ongoing K-12 and another $400 million into community college of new career tech funding. So it's not going anywhere. Great opportunities for you. And then lastly, how the whole legislation finance works. Listen, you guys, I've been doing this a long time. I'm still confused sometimes what moves forward and what doesn't. But I think you got a good taste of hearing from people what it's like. And really, you know, a lot of it is the stars have to align, and someone has to be passionate about what they're doing to get it through. So, you know, we are in some of the best times ever financially. We're gonna have $36 billion extra dollars in California. I think sometimes it's easier to lead when it's really tough times because all you have to do is say no. And then people will fear for losing their job. And the stress is different, right? But in good times, it really takes somebody to grasp the future and what's going on. We're on our 10th year of good, great budgets, and Californians are really getting used to that, which can be dangerous because that's how there's a fiscal cliff. And you're even seeing more relaxed CBOs or fiscal staff that work in universities or career tech agencies that are saying yes more than no because there's so much money floating around. So what is great CT leadership in great times? Really, this is what you guys are going to show off next week. You look ahead, way ahead about what you want. You want to backwards map that. So if you want some type of idea or initiative, you look ahead and then think about how you're going to get there. Remind everyone you're a CT advocate when you're presenting. And remember, be yourself, right? No one's perfect. They don't want perfect. They want people who they want to be themselves and act who you are for your 3 minutes that you're going to do your testimony. And again, I think for you put everything down on paper, and as we talked to a few students yesterday and others coming up, you know, answer these questions about yourself. Is this thing I'm asking for really my passion, or am I just doing it because Mr. Taylor told me to? Do you have a memorable branding to lead the panel, something that clicks in their head? And maybe you provide a little data like, hey, this $100,000 is going to serve X amount of veterans in my veterans program, quick and to the point. They don't want perfection. And then why would someone fund your CTE proposal? That's what you got to kind of wrap it up with. You want to fund it to help people get back on their feet, or whatever your why is. You can put that in there too. But really, you have to give people why they should fund what you're doing as a wrap up. So keep it focused, uplifting, and to the point. Leave no doubt. You're the one in charge. You're the one who has the microphone. You want to make sure you practice this right. I think at some point in your career, you're going to be go into a presentation and you're going to remember this 3 minutes like you would anything. And, you know, remember, people are going to talk about you no matter what. So make it on your terms, right? So you're going to ask for something, you're going to do it your way, right? You're going to do it your way, and you're going to be real. And that to me will be the thing I'll look for most in what you do. And again, you know, practice does make perfect. You do have to practice these things, and before you really get in a big house. So practice this right and give it your best shot. Some people ask me about visuals or no visuals. Up to you. One thing about visuals, they can overpower your presentation. So if you have it, still speak with confidence, point to the visual, and move on. Don't let the visual overtake everything, because that really, I think, causes some problems as you're speaking to a group such as myself. And lastly, just be the one who drops the microphone, you guys. Just have a good time. Really have a good time. Do your best. You know, we can only make this as real as it is. And the way it's real is you're learning how to really work the hallways and of legislation, of finance, or policy. And this is a good step in the right direction that you can learn from this class. So have a good time. And you guys enjoy this week, getting caught up, and looking forward to seeing you guys this week in my one-on-one with you, or next week when I see your video. Take care.